Oh! 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 Hey! Oh! It's almost signature thing now. How's everybody tonight? Oh, scared. Yeah. Oh, hey. Woohoo! Hey, my name's Quinlan. Welcome to Facechook Live. Ooh, yeah. Hey. Hello. It's footy finals time. It's beer o'clock. And it's 6 o'clock on the dot. How are you? My name's Quinlan. How are you tonight? It's Melbourne Musos, Facechook Live. And sun's out. It's 27 degrees. I was going to take the pooch for a walk. Ali Lee's pooch. How are you, Ali? There you are. And Pedge. There you go. But he's shaggy. He's a little shaggy dog. I don't know if he was going to make it, so I'll wait until after. And I'll take him up when it gets a bit cooler for a bit of Eddie Cordial. And there we go. Tonight's show is all about horizontal coordination. Okay, I first learnt this from Kath and Kim. But what goes on is I have my triggers up today, so I'm going to multitask like I sometimes do. I'm going to talk about scales from a drum seat point of view. And there we go. And I have a little bit of a story for you later on and all that. Another one. They seem to be popular. I don't know. I was surprised with when I did the first one and all the likes I got. The cheapest jokes in the world, circa 2 decades ago. And the great sport, the wonderful Magda Williams. If you're there, Magda, there you are. And she's the femme fatale, and appearing as a cameo. Oh. And my other mate, Scott Haywood, how are you, mate? The other part of the one-take Charlies and all that. He wants some infectious grooves. Okay, so I'll do them without the mask. I don't know. Is that too soon? Are those jokes kosher? I don't know. Anyway, it's Friday. There you go. And what it is I did mention that word, horizontal coordination. Okay. Now, when we're talking about coordination on the drum set, we have two hands, 2 feet, and hopefully a brain in the middle. And there you go. And what happens is that we try and put it together. Now, one of the most important things you can do just to start is get an even tap, right? If I just did it on a center. By the way, I've got my triggers set to a Japanese scale, Hirajoshi scale. And it's a first, second, flat third, fifth, flat six, and octave. Whoa. Dramatic, there you go. I was doing the horns last week. I have, what have I got there? String section. Dimitri Shostakovich. I hope I make you proud. I love that composer. He's probably the most heavy metal of composers. If you like your heavy metal, go and listen to Shostakovich's 11th Symphony. Bang! If he had a death metal drummer in 1935, he would have used him. There you go. So yeah, check out our Dimitri. Drumming for Dimitri. I've done plenty of shows on his Shostakovich notes and all that sort of stuff. Marcus Sastamoinen, you're going to figure large tonight. my friend Marcus has released his first song from his new album. There you go. And what it is I got him to do the Shostakovich notes a few months ago for a piece that Michelle Kay wrote the words for. Michelle, if you're watching, I'm name dropping like crazy. I feel like it today. It's sunny and I want to be with friends. And they are my friends. Anyway, Horizontal Coordination, the Kath and Kim method. Oh, anyway, made of blue. Anyway, always own up to them. But what it is the most common thing, or the most important thing you can do at the beginning. As I said, get an even beat. And what happens is you get that, then you put your other hand in, okay. And the reason why, hey, Bradley Rock, Bradley Rock, Sorry, got it on the brain today. And so what happens is you get a thing called unison studies, both together. And the usual thing then, when you start lessons, you start with just getting an even beat, okay? Eventually the metronome will come in. I am the metronome. Oh no, that was I am the leprechaun. What was that? Wayne's World, wasn't it? I am the metronome. Sorry, pardon me. I'm putting myself off. Anyway, what happens is that you get an even beat, and then you start with a single stroke roll, of course. Of course you do. Come on, young Sonny Jimbo. Then you get a double stroke. Something like that. And then you put the two together to get the beloved paramadoodle. Right, left from the single stroke, double from the double stroke, and you have pa-ra-di-do. Left, right, left, left. Ah, you are all face palming. I can see it from here, right? So anyway. So what happens is you get that noisy bloke on a Friday afternoon. Anyway, but what happens is you get the wax on, wax off, grasshopper, you know, that kind of thing. So you can go each side. You're not always going slinging out with your right hand, you know, that kind of stuff. And what goes on then is that you have that. Now, I call that vertical coordination because you're up and down, and then you get your practice pad and you keep going up and down, always up and down. There you go. And you learn your double paradiddles. And then your triples and everything else and triplets and all that sort of business. And everyone knows what that's about when you get started. You get your practice pad, away you go, work it, get strong. Vertical coordination. But what goes on is that when you're actually dealing with certain things, it'll come to you from the simplest of requests. Like, Chris, I love that China symbol there. I've done this a few weeks ago, but I'm using it as a springboard to go that way. And what happens is, sure, can you put it up during that chord there? Okay. Like that. I did that about a month ago. So what happens is that's why you use paradiddles and stuff like that. On another note, when you're starting to hear wonderful drummers like Budgie from Susie and the Banshees, and I hope he's going okay. I saw a picture that Spike Kiernan put up. Hello, Spike, if you're watching. He's in the ICU unit or something like that. So, not another one falling off, that kind of stuff. It's a little bit, a dangerous year for many things, but it's also a dangerous year for drummers. And Budgie, and I always say my favourite Australian drummer is Rob Hurst from the Oils, mate. And one of the things that he was able to do was get this kind of... Oh, maybe not with the trad grip. He would bring it down from up there. Good old rim shots. Oh, there you go. There you go. So what happens is that. So what happens then is when you're doing that, you start to get into what we call, or what I call, horizontal coordination. Okay? And so what goes on is, okay, it's a big-ass drum kit. Good old Doris, I do love her dearly. Had her, she's been on the show since 1997, right? So she's 23 years old and all that sort of stuff. What's that in drum years? It was the pooch, I don't know, 27, he'd be about 200 years, he'd be like Spock, I'm 200 years old. What's that, Mel Brooks, the 1,000-year-old man? Yeah, okay. Rates have gone up. Oh no, that's Marty Feldman, wasn't it? Anyway, so what happens is this bit over here is the weird-ass part, but not so weird. I've got a second snare here. It used to be my main snare. Anyone else would call that a popcorn snare or something like that for the light bit until you get heavy in the middle, that kind of thing. And that'd be anyone else's octopad, or whatever like that, except this is, Now, what goes on is I'm going to give you 4 things, very, very straightforward. Think a star. A star is, or I call it a static or an asterisk. It's just static. It's in one place. One place. Then you can have a line. A line has 2 points. Triangle, 3. So that gives you a feeling of 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 8. Square. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Line, long line, 3 drums. Screwed that up. I'll leave that in. There it is there. And what goes on then is you can start to get what we call polymetric ideas. Now, I crap on about this all the time, but there's a big difference between polyrhythms and polymeters, but I try so hard not to get into an argument about it. And what it is that a polyrhythm is when you're playing 2 rhythms against each other. Like, nice cup of tea, nice cup of tea, nice cup of tea, nice cup of tea. C, the big fat piggy, 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 C. 4 against 3. See the big fat piggy. I did that a while ago now, earlier in the year. There you go. Pre-Alex Theatre. Anyway, there you go. And what it is that's a polyrhythm. But when you're doing unison, you can start doing different things, but still keep it like that, you see. So what can happen is I could do a 3 here. It's a triangle. 4 here. Come back up. Now I've got that on the brain. It's a little upper pedal there. Long line, 3 of them. Anyway, there you go. So what you can start to do is... Now, what you can also do is start to get a bit melodic with that. And I'll take it to a D blues scale. I think Magda calls this a hippo walk. So what can happen is you get this horizontal thing happening. You could do your triangles. There it is there. I did a 12-bar blues, you see. And with a blues scale, what you have is the first, flat third, fourth, flat 5. That's the blue note. Diabolus in music. Oh, it used to be the band note once upon a time. And then the 5th, and up here, octave. And so you're getting horizontal coordination. I'm tending to think a bit like a piano player doing a fugue or contrapuntal ideas. You know what a contrapuntal thing is where you get, it's a bark thing. You get your species. You get your first species, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, all that sort of stuff. This is how Bach got his stuff, okay? That's him. He'd work at it. He put out a lot of stuff. Johann Sebastian Bach. Remember the old joke? The school kids joke. When you're studying the lives of composers. Johann Sebastian Bach has a big family. Why did Bach have so many children? Because his organ didn't have any stops. There's more of them to come. Come on. There you go. Now I better start wrapping the show up because it's supposed to be half an hour. Rarely is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. A little tiny tidbit of horizontal coordination, the Kath and Kib method of drumming. And I also gave you the tones for the Hirajoshi scale and the blues scale. There you go. All that stuff is really your coordination, paradiddles, getting it all, sort of thing. That kind of thing. You work it up, and go with what you've got, that sort of stuff. So my name is Quinlan. This is Melbourne Musos Facechook Live. I usually have a little bit of editing cordial while I put all this up, and you will get a full 4-camera shoot. I'm going to put up a watch party with including some of the beautiful people that have thick and thin and stuck it through the winter to make clips, sort of thing, and you don't want to know what some of them, all of us are going through such a hard time, but they just went bang and bang and bang. Follow them, please. Now, one of the most important things we've all learnt, especially on a day like today, is that it's really important to wear a mask, sort of thing. So I've got mine here, but I've got to love and leave you because I've got to take this off. But you've got to, when you're doing things, when you're in the public eye, for better or worse, you've got to keep up, you've got to, lead by example. So I'm heading off, I'm going to wear a mask. Here we go. Take care, give me a little while, and I'll have this for you tomorrow. I've got a watch party for you with some beautiful guests, and tomorrow I'm going to bomb Facebook with lots of different little things, and I treat it like a Saturday night gig kind of thing. So, it's a gig, the gig you're having when you're not having a gig, and all that sort of stuff. So mask up, and I'll show you what I mean. Lead by example. You've got to lead by example here. See, and then what you've got to do is make sure you wear a mask, mate. Wear the mask. Hey! Wear a mask and lead by example. Oh God, they cannot see. Hey! I better take it off. There you go. Otherwise, hey! Oh, I'm going to get into all sorts of trouble. Anyway, take care and I'll see you next week. Hey! Oh! Hey! Oh! Hey! Another cup of tea, dear.